Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard. I am Penge and welcome to day 23 of our Fes-tea-ve Advent Countdown, where we have a nice cup of tea and a little bit of a chat. So let's open up the Advent Calendar and get number 23. It is down here. Only 3 doors now remain and we're about to lower that number down to 2. So let us open up number 23. Goodness me. Right, okay, there we go. We've won that particular fight. And what do we have? We have ourselves festive spice. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise because didn't we have that yesterday as well? Okay, that's interesting. We have some festive spice again, which is absolutely fine. I can completely deal with that. But okay, again, we need to go and brew this for between 4 to 5 minutes. And to do that, we need to go to the kettle. And here we are, back in the Geek Cupboard with our freshly brewed cup of beige tea. No, not beige tea, sorry, it's the festive spice tea, of course it is. I mean, of all the teas that we could have got a kind of, an extra one of, a third one of, I would not have picked the festive spice. That would have been absolutely bottom of the list, because it's neither festive nor spicy. It is probably the most uninspiring and kind of, the blandest of all the teas in this entire advent calendar. I mean, why couldn't we have got something exciting like another gingerbread treat? That would have been fantastic. Or another spooky spice, that's really nice. But no, instead, we've ended up with another festive spice, which is all a little bit disappointing, let's be completely honest. It's the beige tea. I mean, I can go through the motions if you like. So there we go, right, I'll smell it. It doesn't smell of very much. Let's taste it. Goodness me, it doesn't taste of very much either, except a possible hint of orange there. And that's kind of it. That is it. That's all I have to say on the matter. It is not festive, it's not spicy, it's just very underwhelming, this one. And it's so disappointing that we've ended up with another one of these. But do you know what? It's fine, it's fine. It is what it is. It is some tea and we'll make the most of it. We shall make the most of a bad deal, let's say. Let's go over, I think, to get rid of the disappointment of the tea, let's go over to today's question, which comes from Emily Flavel, or Flavel, or Flavel. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce your surname, Emily, but I've given it 3 goes and hopefully one of them will stick. So they have asked, is there a reason you have chosen to be so strictly family friendly on your channel? And the answer is, there isn't really a reason for it. It wasn't the plan. It was never the plan. So when I started out, I didn't really have a kind of an idea of the audience or anything. I just started out relatively blind, just dived straight in and got on with some stuff. And I think in some of the very early videos, there might be a few words that people may perceive as being a little bit sweary. Now, they're not big, terrible swear words. They're not up there on the list of terrible swear words at all. But, compared to anything else from in the last 3.5 years, possibly, then that might raise a few eyebrows, shall we say? Because I didn't really know what I was doing with stuff. I didn't really have a target audience or anything. And then it just kind of settled in as a sort of a family-friendly thing. I just sort of didn't really swear because I don't swear in real life too much. I have the 2 kids. I don't swear in front of those. And sometimes there might be points where you might be tempted to swear. Let's say if you've done something like you've stubbed your toe. You're walking along and you're chasing after the kids. You're playing a game and you stub your toe on a chair leg or the edge of the door frame or something or whatever. And you stub your toe and you might be tempted to just sort of say a few choice words there, just to help out with the pain, because that somehow helps. But even if that happens, if I'm with the kids, I will not swear. I will make up some nonsense. So I'll bang my toe and then I'll be sort of there going, "Oh, Farmer Giles's prized hamster," or something like that. I'll just make up some nonsense. And then the process of making up some nonsense, takes away from the need to swear. And, it also helps with the pain somehow. So, I generally do not swear that much. I mean, occasionally, yes, I will say the occasional sort of words, but I don't swear that often. I do not swear too much at all. And particularly not in front of the kids, not in front of the children. So maybe that's why the channel is a little bit more sort of family friendly, sort of going toward that way. And also I think as well, it just makes it a little bit more sort of open and accessible for more people, which is always good. And then from a pure sort of YouTube mechanics kind of thing, it does make it a little bit easier, because if you have lots and lots of swearing in videos, YouTube knows, it somehow knows, it finds out, and then it kind of, if YouTube deems it too bad or too offensive, whatever, then you might get less monetization on it. So yeah, there's less advertisers willing to advertise on a video that's potentially a little bit kind of sweary and what have you. So yeah, from a sort of mechanical sort of point of view, from the YouTube admin side of it as well, it does make life a little bit sort of easier if you don't actually have loads of swearing and things. I think there's a level. You can have some, but I think yeah, if you properly fill it with lots of rude words, then yeah, you might get sort of less advertisers willing to advertise. And yeah, of course, yeah, I've got the 2 kids, and my son does watch some of my videos. Not all of them. He watches a few, not loads of them, but he watches a few. So I maybe at the back of my mind as well, it sort of is there thinking, well, do you know, if he's going to watch this, I don't want him to hear Dad, you know, swearing away at these certain things. So yeah, maybe that as well is part of it. Maybe that is part of it. And even in games that we could some games we play, they're friendly for everybody, they're all suitable for all ages. I'm thinking recent things like Skyhaven doesn't really have an age limit on it. I wouldn't say there's not a sort of a younger age for that. Obviously, yes, you wouldn't put a 2-year-old playing Skyhaven or whatever, but it's sort of there's no, so you don't have to be a certain age to watch that video. But some things like, I'm thinking recent stuff as well, like Crusader Kings, that's got violence and concepts in that kids probably shouldn't really know about. But we're playing that. But even when we play that, we're not going down the route of saying lots of rude words and what have you whilst we're playing it. So yeah, I think just to sort of round up, it was never an intentional thing. But yeah, it's just sort of stuck that way, and I prefer it that way. I like to think that it's a happy sort of a friendly place to come, and you can just come here and it's lovely and it's I know, safe and comforting and happy and jolly and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that sort of answers the question in a roundabout sort of way. So I'm gonna go and I was going to say go and enjoy my tea. I'm not. I'm going to go and endure my tea. It's possibly the best way round. So I will go and endure the festive spice blandness. I'll go and enjoy the beige tea, and we shall indeed wrap things up for the moment. So for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard for day 23 of our Fes-tea-ve Advent Countdown, and I will see you next time. These people are eating the tables. They're just devouring the tables. They're so hungry. There's no atmosphere at all. Were you sat in the car park? Are you sure you came to the right place? Mein Knien staan in brand. If you want to order meatballs made of snails, you need to be really certain about this.